Hello, welcome to another Job Pro video. Today, we will be walking you through our Phase 1 training. Our training covers Job Pro's typical workflow, which is broken down into two phases. Phase 1 covers the user dashboard, adding a datasheet, and entering a bid. Let's get started. The first thing we will be covering is the user dashboard. This is the first screen a user will see when he or she logs onto their Job Pro account. Dashboards allow each user to have a quick glance at high-level information within their system. An important feature of dashboards is that they are unique to each individual user. That means users with different responsibilities in your organization can structure their dashboards so that the information they view suits their needs. Here we see the standard view of the dashboard within Job Pro. Each of these boxes within a tab are called widgets. Widgets contain a variety of different report options to display within your dashboard. To add a new widget, simply click the plus sign located in the middle of the box. This will open a pop-up window that contains every report option available. Simply choose the report you want to view, enter your specific parameters, and click Add Widget. Now you can see this report has been added to your dashboard. To view a complete list of each dashboard and a description of what will be displayed, you can visit our dashboard list page in our customer knowledge base. The link for this site will be displayed on the screen here. Your user dashboard is not just limited to this one screen. You have the option of adding as many tabs as you need to display your information. To add a new tab, simply click the plus sign next to the My Dashboard heading. This will give you the option of adding a new tab to your dashboard. Simply give your new section a name, choose one of the available widget layouts, and click Add Section. You can now edit this new tab and add your widgets just like before. Now that we've covered the user dashboard, let's get started on how Job Pro's typical workflow operates within the system. Our workflow begins with datasheets. Datasheets are the first step in entering information into your system. They are used to collect information about a potential bid or job before it has been created. Basically, this is where you have the option to enter in all the information from a lead into your system. If your leads are received by a specific person within your organization and then sent out to salespeople, datasheets can be assigned to a specific salesperson, which will send them a notification email letting them know that a lead has been entered and assigned to them. From here, the salesperson can create a bid, set follow-up appointments, and reference any of the optional request questions. Let's get started with entering a new datasheet into the system. To enter a new datasheet, you will need to navigate to the Add dropdown and click Datasheet. This will take you to a new page that allows you to enter the basic datasheet information. The first thing we will enter is the datasheet name. This should be something unique to each individual entry, making it easy to find within your system. We suggest doing this by entering the name of the customer and the first line of their address. For example, you could enter John Smith at 123 First Street. If there is another datasheet within your system that has already been named this, a note will display under the Name Data field here. Next, you have the option of setting a priority, assigning it to the appropriate office if your organization has more than one, assigning the salesperson, and entering the referral source. After you are finished entering your information in this section, you can assign this datasheet to the customer. Begin typing the customer name in this field. If your customer already exists within your system, they will auto-generate below, and you will just need to click their name to enter it. If this is a new customer and they do not appear on the drop list below, you have the option to add this new customer information from this screen. Simply click the Add button and a new screen will appear that allows you to enter the contact information, the customer details, and their billing information. Once you have finished entering this information, click the green Add button to finish. Now you can see that your new customer and the new contact information has been entered. From here, you have the option to enter the job location. If it is the same as the billing information of your customer, simply click this button to copy the address from the billing information. Otherwise, simply add the address below. If your organization is set up to have different tax rates by state or county, you can enter that information here. Otherwise, you can skip this area entirely. Lastly, you have the option of adding any additional job notes here, and if you have any request questions set up in your system, you can choose your request type here. Request questions are a preset list of questions that can be tailored to any subject you may need additional information on. For example, a request question could be set up for the type of project and include questions like, what is the age of your home and how big is your project? This feature makes it easy for you to manage what type of information is being recorded anytime a datasheet is entered into your system. Once the request type is chosen, the preset questions will appear below and the information can be added. After you are finished entering all the necessary information, click the Add Datasheet button. Just to note, the only required information for your datasheet to be entered is the name field. All other information can be added later. Now you will be taken to the new Datasheets page. At the top of the page, you will find the datasheet name and a link to the associated customer. The main body of the page contains 9 separate editable tabs, most of which contain the information that you've already entered when adding your datasheet. The Main tab contains the main information of the datasheet. The buttons at the top allow you to print or email your datasheet, change the datasheet name, or create a bid. One of the most useful features included here is called the next call date. The next call date allows you to set a reminder to reach out to the current potential client. When a date is added here, an alert will be sent to the salesperson assigned to this datasheet. Once the salesperson has completed the call to their potential client, they will need to delete the date from this datasheet to stop the alerts from being sent. The next tab contains the address and tax information, followed by the tab that contains the contact information. In this tab, you can add a new contact if necessary. The next tab contains any request questions that were added when the datasheet was created. On the Appointments tab, users have the option to set up their appointments with the potential client that will appear on the appointment calendar. You can find the appointment calendar through the Reports dropdown. This calendar defaults to display the appointment information for all salespeople in the system, but can be filtered to specific salespeople if necessary. The Related Bids Profit Analysis tab gives you a quick glance at the customer's last 4 bids entered into the system to give you a brief summary of the pricing of these last bids. Next, the Notes tab allows you to enter any necessary notes pertaining to this specific datasheet. This is an easy way of communicating within your organization. Once a note has been added here, the tab will be highlighted in yellow to indicate new information is available. Once a note has been added, it will contain details that include what user added the note and the date and time it was entered. Notes entered here cannot be deleted. In the Documents tab, you can upload any document that may need to be attached to this datasheet. And finally, the Reports History tab contains any file you have created from this datasheet. When you print and save a datasheet, a PDF will be created and it will be saved here. That covers the basics of the datasheet. Once your lead is ready and a bid needs to be created for this customer, you simply need to navigate back to the Main tab and click Create Bid. From here, you will be taken to a screen that allows you to choose from any templates that have been set up within your organization. Choose the template you'd like to use and click Submit. If no templates have been set up within your system, the default is to start with a blank template. Once you have clicked Submit, you'll be taken to the new bid page. The bid page is set up much like the datasheet page. At the top, you will see the bid name and links to the attached customer and now the attached datasheet. Below this section, you will see the editable tabs just like the datasheet. The Bid Information tab contains the main information for the bid, including the same next call date feature as before. The buttons at the top of this tab allow you to create a job once the bid has been filled out, change the bid name, clone or revise the bid, and create a template from the finished bid. To elaborate, cloning a bid creates an exact clone of the bid you have just created, including quantities and pricing, that you can then assign to any customer. The Revise Bid option is most useful if a customer has received the finished proposal but wants to make some slight changes. Clicking the Revise Bid button will create a copy of this current bid that is still connected to this current bid and customer, allowing you to make changes and resend the proposal while still having the original unchanged bid. Creating a template from this bid is helpful if you have more than one bid that will be identical or very similar. Clicking this button will copy everything entered into the Bid Worksheet tab to a new template that you can name and edit later if necessary. The Bid page also contains the same Address and Tax tab, Contacts tab, the Related Bids Profit Analysis tab, the Notes tab, Documents tab, and the Reports History tab. There are 3 new tabs, which are the Bid Checklist tab, which is a checklist that can be set up within your organization for all bids. The Related Bids tab, which will display a list of any bid related to this one, and the Bid Worksheet tab. The Bid Worksheet tab is the most important tab on the bid page. This is where you will enter all of the items for your bid. The data field at the top left corner of this tab will display the dollar amount of your bid. The buttons below this total control the view of your bid items. If you are looking to show your customer their bid directly from your device, the Customer view allows you to hide the pricing details and will only display the total price and tax applied. The green Actions button includes a drop-down list of additional options for editing your bid. Here you can do things like import a template, add a group or option, make a bid adjustment, and more. Adding groups to your bid allows you to group your items as you'd like them to be displayed on your proposal, and later they can be broken out into separate work orders for your job. Adding an option allows you to add any items that the customer can choose to add to their bid when they receive their proposal. The dollar amount for the options will not be included in the total until the customer chooses the option and accepts the proposal. You can add as many groups or options to the bid as you need. Now we will need to add your items to your bid. The Available Items data field is where you will find the items available within your organization. You have the option to search for the item by name in the search bar, or by choosing the item category and scrolling through the list of items below. When you type in the search bar, any items that match what you've typed will auto-generate below. Once you've found the item you want, simply click on it to add it to the bid. If you have already added any groups or options to your bid, a window will appear asking where you'd like this item to be moved. Otherwise, the item will automatically be added to the base bid. You can add as many items to your bid as necessary. Now that you've got your items added, you can edit the details and quantities for each one. The bid and job details are where you can enter specific notes pertaining to this item. Anything added in the bid details section will show on the customer proposal, and anything added in the job details section will only show on the job work order. This is helpful if there are any details that you need to share with your installers, but that are unnecessary for the customer to see. Next, you can enter the quantity that needs to be installed. The pricing for your items will have previously been set up within your system, so this portion will automatically be filled out and the math will be done for you. However, if you need to edit the unit price, total price, material cost, and/or the labor cost, you have the option to do so. Simply click the pencil to the left of the price you'd like to change. Once a default price has been changed, a green box will appear around the price that was edited. If you expand your item by clicking the small triangle to the left of the item name, you can see the item in more detail as well as a few more editing options. The first thing to note is that when a default price has been changed, that portion will be highlighted with a red box. If you find that you need to change this price back to the default amount, simply click this calculator icon and the price will be reverted to the default price. From this expanded view, you can make the same edits to the install quantity or pricing. Plus, in the top right-hand corner, you will find buttons that allow you to delete the item, hide it on the proposal, create an alternate, add a picture, or edit the bid/job details. The alternate option is great for when you would like to provide your customers with a good, better, best, or an upgrade/downgrade option on an item, group, or option. Once you have completed your bid and you are ready to send it to your customer, click on the green Customer Proposal button, choose the proposal template you'd like to use, add any necessary attachments, and click Save. This will generate a PDF of your proposal and save a copy into your Reports History tab. To email this proposal to your customer, navigate to the Reports History tab and click on the Email button next to the proposal you've just created. This will open a pop-up window that contains the customer's contact information. You can add any additional emails you may need and enter any notes you'd like to add. If your organization uses JobPro's eSign feature, you will want to choose Yes for sending for eSign. The next option you have is to send the proposal as an attachment. However, we recommend not doing this as we have a unique feature of being able to track when your customer has opened the link to their proposal. But if you send it as an attachment, we can no longer track this information. Once you have filled out all of the information, click OK to send. Here is an example of what your customer will see when they receive their email. This is the default email template that is sent, but the wording of this email can be tailored to whatever your organization needs it to say. Customers will simply need to click the link in their email to be taken to their proposal. If you have sent for an e-sign with your customer, they will have the option to choose any available options and to sign and approve. Once your customer has opened and/or approved of their proposal, you will see the status change on the Reports History tab. You can even expand this option to see which email recipient approved of the bid. That is going to wrap up our Phase 1 training video. Be sure to check out our Phase 2 training video, where we will cover how to create a job and invoices. If you are currently a JobPro customer and have any questions about anything we've covered, or would like to sign up for a Phase 1 training session with some of our support staff, please contact us at 704-584-4019 or send an email to support@jobprotech.com. If you are not a JobPro customer but want more information on how to become a part of the JobPro community, call us at 704-584-4015 or send an email to info@jobprotech.com. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.